Who's the chairman of the Apollo Alliance? This guy. He just happens to be the chairman of the Financial Crisis Inquiry Commission that's getting to the bottom of the banking mess. Wow. That looks like that's going to get solved. It's the progressive circle of life, except no cute little Simba that's held up at the end. It's not going to work. You know why? Because where are you? You're over here. This is you. And you're yelling at the top of your lungs, help! Goes from here to here. Doesn't work. These are the people that are creating the problems, making them much, much worse. So now let me show you another problem, completely unrelated, that they're solving now. We have it? Okay. Barack Obama, you know what we need to create more jobs. So he gets this guy. Create green jobs. Yeah, he's great. You know that guy's from? That guy. Tides Foundation, which starts the Apollo Alliance and hires him and him. And he was good friends with this guy, and he's the chairman. Wow, look it's just yet another circle. The Apollo Alliance gave us the stimulus. They're the ones who wrote it. Don't ask me, ask Harry Reid. These are the people that wrote the stimulus package. Hey, by the way, how are those new jobs working out for you? This is great, isn't it? Because this guy and this guy, after talking to this guy, said that the plan these guys made is going to make sure that we never have employment higher than 8%. Yeah. Last time I checked, but I'm not a Harvard professor, I think 10 is bigger than 8. Once again, you're found nowhere in this circle. You know where you should be? You should be here, you should be here, you should be here, and here, and here, and here, and here. You should be all over this. It should start and end with you. You see what happens here? It's a game. It's a game designed by these people. It's a game that benefits these people. And the reason why you're not in this is because they don't really care. Over the weekend, 3 different Obama advisors were playing this game. Now listen carefully, watch this.
The Recovery Act the president passed has created more than, or saved more than 2 million jobs.
The Recovery Act saved thousands and thousands of jobs.
Largely as a result of the recovery plan that's put money back into our economy, that saved or created 1.5 million jobs.
I'm trying to figure it out. It was thousands of jobs. It was 1.5 million jobs, and it was 2+ million jobs. And that's what everybody's hammering them on now. Can't they even get their numbers right? Oh, this is exactly what they want you to talk about. Let me tell you something. If I said to you right now, you know what? This is the second most important show ever on television in the history of television. This is the second most important show. You'd say that's ridiculous, right? Right. Just like if I told you that we were, creating 2 million jobs, you'd say that's ridiculous. You wouldn't talk about the 3 million jobs we've lost since the stimulus package passed. What are you doing? We're sitting here and arguing, which one is it? Thousands, 1.5, or 2+ million? See, if I said this was the second most important show in the history of television, there'd be a lot of people who would go, well, that's ridiculous, but what does he think number 1 was? I can get you to assume that I'm even anywhere near that number. I'm not. This is a stupid 5 o'clock show. These numbers are just as bogus as my claim. So how do you do it? You don't play the game anymore. Do you remember that movie with Matthew Broderick, War Games? Do you remember the ending of that? Well, it's a stupid movie. I like it, but it's still a stupid movie. Remember when the computer's going to blow up the whole world? Watch the ending.
What's it doing? It's learning.
Strange game. The only winning move is not to play.
It learns the only winning move is to not play. Stop playing the game. Stand up for honor and integrity, honesty, for our founders, our Constitution, everything that is true and honest, everything that they stood for 200 years ago. You stand for those things and you stop playing their political game, because there's no way to win. Back in a minute. Can I tell you something I learned over the weekend? I had no idea. Bill O'Reilly is a scream. I mean, he is really funny. We were on stage together in Long Island, and we'll show you some clips. I mean, he's laugh out loud funny. I don't know what happened. You got to see it. Coming up in a minute. Now, State of the Union is on Wednesday. Normally, I avoid the State of the Union like it's the plague. It's 2 minutes of content and 40 minutes of yes from one side of the room, and the other's going, that's crazy from the other side. This time, however, I'm actually interested because I can't figure out which president's going to show up. The arrogant progressive who's just going to jam everything down your throat, little person you that doesn't understand, or the guy who wakes up and says, you know what, maybe I should listen to the people. Could be a combination of both. One who is disguising his arrogance with focus group scripted words. That's the one I'm betting on showing up. The tide is turning against Barack Obama, and he knows it. Polls show he is the most polarizing president by a wide margin since they started keeping track of these things during Eisenhower. Health care is on the brink after Massachusetts was lost to a Republican. Half of those who voted for Brown said they did so as a vote against health care. Everything else was single digits. Clear repudiation of this president, and he knows it, and everybody around him knows it. That's why he's called for the Marines. Yes, his trusty campaign team to save the day. One of the guys who has the worst names in America. I mean, hey, Barry changed his name. Plouffe. Might want to think about changing it. He's been re-enlisted. Yes, Dr. Plouffe here ran Obama's presidential campaign and then tried to capitalize on it by writing a book called The Audacity to Win. Let's not go anointing this guy the next Karl Rove. I mean, being a campaign manager for Barack Obama in 2008 was kind of like coaching LeBron James into a victory, you know, in a one-on-one game against a 4-year-old with no arms. Just saying, doesn't take a genius to get that one done. But here's what Plouffe said, quote, instead of fearing what might happen, let's prove that we have more than just brains to govern, that we've got the guts to govern. Let's fight like hell. Hey, Davey, I'd like to know exactly who you're fighting against. Because it can't be the Republicans, because they don't have any power. I mean, okay, they got that one extra seat, which now, because of that one vote, Democrats can't officially anymore say, sit down and shut up. That's it. They can't stop the Democrats. So who's the enemy? Unless it's a phantom enemy. Only the shadow knows. It's a page ripped right from the Hugo Chavez School of Governing. He's a radical Marxist revolution. I wonder if there's any connection there. You'll have to tune in tomorrow and find out. You see, here's what Chavez does. He blames the wealthy for all his country's issues, making the case people suffer because of the evil wealthy. They're taking long showers, yes, not because of him, but because of other people. You don't have more water? What? Oh, it's other people, not me, the ruler. Who is this administration fighting against? Actually, maybe the question, a better question would be, who are they fighting for? Americans have spoken on health care. 77% of Bloomberg subscribers polled thinks he's anti-business. There's an overwhelming opposition to Obama's latest bank reform. His overall approval